Skin that smoke wagon and see what happens.
How's that for a slice of fried gold?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know how this machine worked.
It seems to run on some form of electricity.
And it was wrong. It was a bad call, Ripley. It was a bad call.
Bad call.
Some are good for fighting, others for dying.
It's just two movies.
Welcome back. Oh, fuck. Hold on. Fucking, man, sometimes intermittently I go to put a cursor down and it just doesn't work. But anyway, welcome back. This is another episode of It's Just Two Movies. My name, Daniel King, in the studio with me this evening, Tim Birdman.
Hey, I'm Tim Birdman. How are you?
Tim, it's great to have you here.
It's great to be here.
In the studio. Do you mind if I call you Tim?
My father's name was Tim, actually.
Yeah? So
if you just call me Mr. Birdman.
Mr. Birdman. Okay. See how long we can keep this going. If you're not familiar with the podcast, we watch two movies. One of them, usually, revered or respected, something as a good film.
Right.
And the other, we're hoping for something so bad it's good. What's the hit? Do you just watch a good movie and then a shitty movie? No, my friend. I don't think so. Not here.
Well, we used to.
Well, sometimes we still do.
Is it right?
But they have something in common, by God.
Oh, okay.
And, how far we have to reach to make that happen is irrelevant. But this week, was it my pick?
Yeah,
sort of. You were like, hey, I'm going to watch some of these movies. I'm going to watch one of some of these movies. How about them? And I was like, you should watch that one. I'd love to cover it on the podcast.
And then I was like, let's just do that.
Okay.
And
what movie did you watch that night?
I didn't. So I got a late start to my evening that night.
It happens.
And I didn't end up watching anything because I'm an asshole. So I just played a little.
I don't think seems a little harsh.
I just gamed a little bit and went to bed. But I had a list of movies I sent you. You're like, check this one out. Those movies that I sent you, I want to watch all of those hopefully soon.
Yeah, I wasn't familiar with some of them.
Okay.
I kind of want to go back and look at your list again and translate that to another
maybe we can
list
cover,
I have for myself.
Yeah, maybe we can cover some of those on the podcast.
Future episodes.
A lot of the times I feel like we just kind of agree on a movie. Then for a while we were doing that, but then like last time I was here, I was like, hey, let's check out Looper. So I was like, you know what? I want to give Danny the chance to pick something this time. So I picked
something off of your list, and I picked The Killing of a Sacred Deer. If you're not familiar with it, it is an R-rated 2017 horror mystery film, 1 hour, 56 minutes runtime. It's got a 7.7 out of 10 on IMDb, not anything.
Yeah, 7.0.
Yeah, 7.0. It's got a 79. Jesus fucking Christ, spit it out. 79 on Rotten Tomatoes. Holy fuck. What is this, amateur hour? Directed by my boy, Yorgos Lanthimos. Box office pulled in $10.7 million US. This stars Colin Farrell, Barry, Keoghan, thank you. I was just going to call him Barry from the TV show Barry. Nicole Kidman, Raffi Cassidy, Sonny Suljic, and Alicia Silverstone. And I also want to mention, hold on. There's one more guy I want to mention. Bill Camp.
Bill Camp.
Yep. I just watched the series on HBO, The Outsider.
Oh, Bill Camp. Yep.
And he's like the sleazy lawyer or whatever.
Dude, you watched The Outsider?
He's fantastic. We'll talk about that much later, but yes. Okay, so,
all right.
Bird, for anybody that hasn't seen it, gotcha, you son of a bitch. What would you say, The Killing of a Sacred Deer is about?
Okay, I got it.
Spoiler free.
I'm just going to give you a little bit.
Yeah.
Just the tip.
Just the tip.
So Colin Farrell.
Don't be sorry. We were asking for it. Literally, though.
Colin Farrell is a surgeon.
Okay.
He meets a young man that is, I believe they say he's classmates with his daughter. I think they said that at some point.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I might have missed that. I'll be honest with you. I watched. Sorry, I don't mean to interject. I watched this movie in like 4 separate settings.
Sometimes you have to.
It's been a crazy week. Anyway.
So Colin Farrell's a surgeon. He thinks that this kid also wants to work in medicine, so he's kind of like taking him under his wing. And little does he know, Barry Keoghan is a psychopath, and
God maybe
Barry Keoghan has a reason a very specific reason to terrorize this entire family.
Yeah. And it's gross when he eats spaghetti. But we'll talk about that.
All this and more.
All this and more coming up tonight at 8. Let's go ahead and throw it to Diane.
So,
what?
If you're listening to this, this is I believe this year, this is our third Yorgos Lanthimos film that we've covered. I'm getting chub on the Yorgo. We're
you
getting
know what I'm saying?
Yorgos Lanthimos.
Yeah, it's time to fucking look. If you want to go places, you got to pogo with Yorgo, and you'll land the most.
There you go.
Yeah.
So we covered, if you're listening and you're wondering, we covered The Lobster, also with Colin Farrell, and then we covered Poor Things.
Yep. Yeah.
So we like his work. You know?
So far. I mean, I'm not going to say they all hit for me on the same level.
No.
But I've not hated any of them yet.
No. As the kids say, they're vibes.
I would say they're vibes, yeah. I don't know that I would go so far as to say goated with the sauce. But, yeah, I mean, so far, yeah, they are pretty.
And this one's from 2017.
Yeah.
So
this is an older film that I watched for the very first time, like, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago.
Yeah.
Not that long ago. And I was
really?
like, how did I fucking miss this?
This one I missed this one. Yeah.
This is uncomfortably weird.
It is.
It walks right up to that line where you think about, like, what kind of perverse shit is this? And then you just keep watching.
Yeah.
But there is a line, I think, somewhere where you'd be like, this is making me too uncomfortable to enjoy.
I never got, I don't know. I just like weird shit.
Same.
I guess I didn't get too uncomfortable. There are some cringeworthy things, don't get me wrong.
Oh, 100%.
But I just enjoyed this film for what it is. It's immediately, if you're familiar with his work, Yorgos's work, it kind of felt a little bit like The Lobster in the dialogue.
Yeah, it's very...
The dialogue is the same.
I don't know. I think I prefer a metal strap on my watch band.
It's very matter-of-fact, dry, almost borderlines on such weird dialogue that you almost think it's bad acting. Yeah, and it's got that same vibe as The Lobster with that very sing-songy. It's not sing-songy, though. It's like, this is why I went to the place, and this is why I did the thing. Would you like to have dinner with me later? I'll meet you at this restaurant at 7 p.m. Yeah. Maybe 7:05. I might be a bit late, depending on traffic. Like, that's just how, like, actual dialogue in the fucking movie goes, and it's odd. It is odd. But it kind of... It just works for some reason. I don't know. I fucking pay attention to it more, I guess, because it is weird. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And then before I know it, I'm like, I'm very invested and nothing's even happened yet. Right. It's just like, why are these people so strange? Is everybody in this world like this? And they are. Yeah, they are. This does start a little slow, I will say, but I think it's for the build-up, and I think it's fine. Like, I don't have a problem with this movie being 2 hours long. So if you want to get into this, what do you think? It's on Max. Yeah, this is it's on Max right now. You want to get into it? Yeah, let's go for it. All right. I feel like, is it more beneficial to just be like, here's what happens, and then you can. Well, I do this every week or every 2 weeks, whenever we do the show. I like the discussion of us going, hey, do you want to do this? What do you think about this? No, I like the discussion of us trying to figure out. I think it depends on the film, though. It depends on the film. Yeah. Some films are a little easier to just kind of briefly go through. With this, I think, do you want to give like a pretty quick I think I can run it. I think I can run the whole thing down. And then we'll go through and we'll just talk about it. I think I can do it in less than a minute. You don't have to do that. Okay. Well, anyway, I still think I can. My dad could beat up your dad. Just that stupid shit. I still think I can. So Colin Farrell, he's a successful heart surgeon, right? Yep. Yeah, cardiovascular surgeon. Which is what I wanted to do when I was a youngster. Medical school, not in the cards, but I wanted to do heart surgery or brain surgery. And anyway, he's very good at what he does. He gets awards for his stuff. He gives speeches at big conferences and shit. He's a good doctor. He's a good surgeon. Yeah, he's a good surgeon. And he befriends, as you said, Barry Keoghan as this. His dad died, and I was kind of a friend of the family or whatever, and I just kind of.
maybe he wants to get into medicine. So I'm like, not really mentoring the kid, but I meet him every now and then, and we get him a sandwich and we just go for a walk or whatever.
Yeah.
And his wife,
Nicole Kidman. I was going to say Michelle Pfeiffer, but I'm like, that's not Michelle Pfeiffer. That's not right.
Yeah, his wife, Nicole Kidman. She's a housewife, right? It doesn't.
No, she's
she's a doctor also.
Optometrist or an ophthalmologist. I don't remember.
I
which
think she's
one.
an ophthalmologist. Yeah, she's a doctor as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they never showed any scenes with her like in a lab coat or whatever. So
they didn't
stick.
Yeah, they didn't go to her work specifically, but they did talk about what she does.
They've got 2 kids. What's the girl's name?
Kim
And Bob.
And old Bob, B.O.B. I like to call him B.O.B.
Yeah, B.O.B. You down with B.O.B.?
You know me.
Yeah, you know me. Down with B.O.B. I think it's very funny that they're like, and Bob's the youngest.
Mm-hmm.
So he's, I don't know, 11, 12?
Yeah, something like that. 11.
Yeah, 11, 12.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, Bob. Just when they address him as Bob, I'm like,
it's just weird. Yeah, like
it is weird. Yeah. Don't even call him by his Christian name, Robert.
Yeah, I don't know. By the way, when I talk about when we go through this, I'm going to refer to the kids by their name in the movie, but everyone else, it's going to be the actor.
Right. Because
it's
don't know.
easier.
We don't know the kids. Yeah.
It's just Bob and Kim.
Yeah.
Colin Farrell.
Back again.
So anyways, go ahead. They've got the kids.
So yeah, and they befriended whatever. And, Colin Farrell he gets him a present, gets him a nice new watch.
Mm-hmm.
Colin Farrell gets himself a new watch. And he's like, I got you a watch. It's got a metal band. He's like, I think I prefer a leather one. He's like, well, I got you the metal one because I had a previous discussion about it, and we're still on that point. And he's like, why don't you come over to my house for dinner? Barry Keoghan says, oh, absolutely. He goes over to dinner, and he's like, wow, you guys have a really nice house, and this is a really nice neighborhood, and I love it. And Nicole Kidman's like, where do you live? And he's like, not in a nice house, in a not-so-nice neighborhood.
Which is bullshit. By the way.
Yeah, when they went, because, all right, after this, they have kind of an awkward dinner.
Yeah.
And then Barry Keoghan, the following day, invites Colin Farrell to his house for dinner. And Colin Farrell's like, he accepts. And he goes there, and Alicia Silverstone is fucking Barry Keoghan's mom. And I thought their house was very nice.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
It's like a...
Bro, I live in a fucking trailer, dude.
Yeah, no, I live in a... Not talking shit on my house. I love where we live.
Yeah.
But it's like 900 square feet.
It's not big on the inside.
So
I'm a broad-shouldered fella, and there are some places in your house that I would rather pay somebody to get into.
So when it pans to Barry Keoghan's house, the house that he lives in with his mom, you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
He said they lived... I expected like a shit house.
No, it's a nice 2-story brick shit house. Yeah.
It's like a typical suburban neighborhood. That's what it looks like.
It's pretty nice pad.
It's like
it's not the wealthy neighborhood.
No, it's like probably middle to upper, middle,
upper middle class.
Upper middle, yeah.
Which ironically doesn't exist anymore.
Right.
Anyway, so he goes over there, and he's like, you can tell Barry Keoghan desperately wants a father figure.
Yeah.
Like, you can tell he has like a yearning for it.
And he's just an awkward dude, by the way. He's
super
so
fucking
weird.
Super awkward kid. By the way, crushed this role.
Oh my gosh.
Like, crushed role.
It.
He's so versatile. Like, he really is a very talented actor.
He really is.
Even though he sort of kind of plays the same character in like 3 movies, God, he just doesn't fucking miss. Everything he's in is fucking dynamite.
So, while Colin Farrell's at Barry's place, they convince him. They convince Colin Farrell to watch a movie, which is so fucking weird. I thought I was like,
let's eat
dinner, and then
we'll all watch a movie together. And then Barry Keoghan will be like, "Oh, I sure am tired. 30
I gotta
minutes
go to
into
bed.
This movie.
Yeah,
it's bedtime. I'll finish it later." Who are you, Danny? Who are you, me? You'll finish the movie later, sure, Dad.
So then immediately, Alicia? I don't fucking know.
Miss Silverstone.
Miss Silverstone starts.
God, I had such a crush.
Hitting on.
I had such a crush on Alicia Silverstone when I was a kid.
She was a pretty lady.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately, she starts hitting on Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
And it's fucking awkward.
Oh.
Both of these people know that this man is married. Like,
yep.
What are you doing?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. And she just is swinging for the fences, man. I mean,
yeah,
this bitch is thirsty.
Mm-hmm.
She's fucking hard up.
She's
you know what I mean?
Sucking on his hands.
She's what's the what are the
You all right there?
what do the kids say? Down bad. Yeah, she's down bad.
Oh my god.
Sorry, we got there. It's okay. Anyway, it's super fucking awkward. Colin Farrell just kind of like gets up and leaves.
He's got to go.
He's got to go. He's got to go. And probably masturbate vigorously. But yeah, so next day, Barry Keoghan comes to him at work and he's like, "Hey, you're not supposed to fucking be at the hospital. I could be in surgery or whatever." And he's like, "Oh, I was hoping you'd come back to dinner again tonight. We could finish the movie and you could, fuck my mom." He doesn't say that, but that is what he's saying. Like he voluntarily was like, "I'm going to go in the other room and let you guys
hash it out."
Wink. So,
things get progressively weirder here.
Barry Keoghan starts coming by the house, fucking hitting on the daughter. We talked about this prior to the podcast, but the age difference between the two characters, pretty stifling.
Yeah.
Not age appropriate casting and some other stuff in there that I really would have rather that had been left out altogether. But that being said, in the film, I buy them as similar ages. Like maybe Barry Keoghan's character is 3 years older than her. He just looks very.
He looks
boyish.
a lot younger in this.
He
for
does,
sure.
yeah, but he's in his mid-20s.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. Kind
of weird.
Yeah, I just don't like it. However, he starts coming around and they're forming a relationship where like she's into him. Yeah, he's a bad boy. He smokes a cigarette and also is maybe stupid. You hear him talking, you're like, you're clearly the dumbest character in the movie.
Right, yeah.
Which is also odd. But it just kills the role, man, as this character. So anyway, come to find out, Colin Farrell technically is responsible for the death of Barry Keoghan's father.
Yep.
He had heart trauma. He have a heart attack.
He got into a car wreck.
Uh-huh.
And then I guess required some sort of surgery. Maybe from the car wreck he had a heart attack or something like that.
Yeah.
I can't remember the specifics, but essentially Colin Farrell worked on this man.
Yeah.
The man died.
Yeah. Prior to that, though, prior to finding this out, not Michelle Pfeiffer,
Nicole Kidman.
Nicole Kidman, thank you. I thought, why I got Michelle Pfeiffer on the brain? Prior to that, you finding this information out, Colin Farrell just kind of mentions that as a throwaway statement, be like, "Oh yeah, no, I was a friend of the family. He died in a car accident. It was real bad. He like died instantly." So like denying that he ever had anything to do with it in the beginning. So this is just a dude that refuses to address that there has been a mistake or a problem.
Yeah.
And that he is damn near going to die by that. So as the movie progresses, once Barry Keoghan finds out that Colin Farrell is responsible for the death of his father.
No, he knows the whole time.
Yeah. He places like some kind of fucking gypsy curse on him or whatever.
All right, here's the thing, Dan.
How does this part come about?
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't get this connection when I watched it. I'm kind of a dumb person sometimes. I don't know if you know this.
What do you mean?
I didn't get the curse. I didn't get that he was putting a curse on the family.
Oh, well, that's what I would call it. If some dude just walked up to my house and just portended and he was like, "Hey, everyone in your house is going to fall ill and die one by one."
No.
And then that happened, I would be like,
no, I understand that. But I didn't. Yeah. I thought that he did something specific to the family members, like like a shot of something, some mysterious, untraceable.
Yeah.
That's what I didn't understand, that this was like a curse film.
The trajectory that this thing takes, it just kind of wants you to put it together, because on my initial watch, I didn't understand that something supernatural was happening until almost the fucking end of the movie.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? I was like, it's going to be a gotcha. That like he's going to go and then you put the poison in the whatever. And like there's going to be a logical explanation for it, but it's not. It's a supernatural situation.
Right. And from that, essentially, like you said, he tells Colin Farrell, you have to make a choice. One family member for the family member that I lost.
Yeah.
You decide who. Things are going to get progressively worse. First, they won't be able to walk. Then they will start bleeding from the eyes. Mm-hmm. And then, or were there three? There were three things.
Well, it's the first thing that happens is he like just kind of casually mentions it, but he doesn't say the rules. Mm. And then Colin Farrell's like, fuck off, man, whatever. And then Bob can't walk.
Right.
And then
just suddenly, yeah.
Barry Keoghan comes and sees him at the hospital, and he sits him down at the cafeteria table or whatever, and he's like, Barry, I don't have time for this shit. And fucking Colin Farrell's like, hold on, I'm getting there. Colin Farrell's like,
has this been 1 minute?
Colin Farrell's like, listen, Barry, I ain't got time for this shit, bro. It's been almost 1 minute. I still have time. Colin Farrell's like, Barry Keoghan, I ain't got time for this shit, bro. And Barry Keoghan's like, all right, well, look, if you don't have time, you killed a member of my family, so you have to choose, and you have to kill a member of your family. If you fail to choose, what's going to happen is they're all going to die one by one. First, they won't be able to walk. Then they'll start to refuse food. Then they'll start to bleed from the eyes. And once they start bleeding from the eyes, they only have a couple hours left to live, and then they're going to die. And this is going to happen in quick succession until all of them are dead. So you can choose and kill one to where to kind of level out the field, or you can just let them all die.
You can just live through it, yeah.
Sorry, I got through that as fast as I could. I know you're busy. I didn't want to keep you long. Do you have any questions? And he's like, just gets up and fucking walks off, man. But yeah, that is essentially what's happened. It's some sort of curse, hex, eye for an eye situation. And things escalate.
Yeah.
From here, mostly in the fact that Colin Farrell is putting his children through literal fucking torture, trying to find a logical explanation, which is, I would also be guilty of that, because I would be like, it's not a gypsy curse. That's not a real thing.
That's not a real thing.
Yeah.
Right.
The difference is it would not be a work of fiction, and I would be right. But in this,
you wrong.
he's just a man denying the truth.
Yeah.
You know, false flag operation.
So do you want to hit with the ending, or do you want to save that and kind of go over some points?
Let's talk about how we feeling about it. What do you think about the execution of the film itself?
I love everything. Well, almost everything about this,
Yeah.
other than the thing we talked about.
Yeah, I know I know you're bugaboo, and
yeah.
Absolutely agree.
I like this a lot.
Still think it's a fucking wild film.
Oh, it is, absolutely. When it first started, it's just the black screen, and I was like, oh no, not again.
2001: A Space Odyssey. I was doing the same thing. I'm like, I don't remember this intro being this long. And I like paused it. I'm like, it's still going. Okay, we'll give it a sec.
It's just like 20 seconds of black screen. You're like,
God
no,
damn it.
don't do this again. Oh fuck. So the surgical scenes, those are real, by the way.
I like that a lot, man. I think human physiology is so fucking fascinating. I love it.
And I read that Colin Farrell sat in on a surgery. So
great, yeah. I had a discussion today at work about, like, is the Kool-Aid Man the glass or the liquid? And if he has to be one or the other in the question.
Where's this coming from?
Surgery. I assessed that the Kool-Aid Man would have to be the liquid. If he can't be both, if both is not the answer.
If one be the Kool-Aid, because that's the product.
If one's not his epidermis or whatever, you know what I mean? Then it's got to be a sentient liquid, like similar to a slime mold. That's the only answer.
The glass wouldn't have an eyes and a mouth.
Also,
right?
the more I think about it, he bends at the elbows and shit. Maybe it's not glass. Maybe it's just a translucent, fleshy, like a pitcher plant. If a pitcher plant was clear, maybe that's the Kool-Aid Man. I don't know.
Oh no!
Oh yeah. All right, so
I just have some notes. We'll go through some shit. If you want to talk about anything specific, let me know.
No, shit it up.
Yeah. Barry Keoghan's performance in this is absolutely unreal. I know we've already said that a couple times, but
yeah,
it's, if you don't like psychological thrillers,
it is something to behold.
If you don't like them, even if you don't like them, watching this for his performance alone is worth it, in my opinion.
If you've never seen him in anything, watch this, and then when this is over, just do a YouTube video of any interview with him, and you'll be like, "Holy shit, that guy's incredible!"
Yeah,
because he's not like he's not dunce or slow or anything. You know what I mean? He's a sharp guy.
Yeah.
But his ability to portray somebody who's just like so incredibly socially awkward and like despondent and shit, it's incredible. It's like, it's so spot on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. So good. I want to talk about the intimacy in this movie.
Okay. General anesthesia?
Yeah, so what? Okay. This happens a couple times, and I only want to talk about the Nicole Kidman part because we're not going to get into the other thing.
She comes into the bedroom.
Yeah, the way she lays down and
takes her clothes off and looks at Colin Farrell, and she's like, "General anesthesia," and he's like, "Yes."
But the way she lays down, is that a thing? Because someone else in the film also does that exact thing. Doesn't say general anesthesia,
I don't know about the head off the bed, but yeah, I mean, essentially, you know, if they put you under general anesthesia, let's say you have like your arms on your chest or whatever, when it kicks in, you're just gonna fucking flop like a dead body.
Yeah. So she's essentially, is that, I guess, a kink maybe?
I guess it's probably a kink,
like
because he's a surgeon and he sees people under general anesthesia all the time.
Strange.
That would be my guess.
Yeah.
I like later that when he's like, "Oh, did his dad die in that accident?" And he's like, "Well, yeah. Did you do surgery on him?" He's like, "Well, yeah, but I didn't kill him. The a surgeon can never kill a patient. Only an anesthesiologist can."
And then the anesthesiologist,
and she goes and talks to the anesthesiologist. She's like, "Anesthesiologist can't kill anybody. What the fuck are you talking about? The surgeon is the only person that can kill somebody." I thought this was very funny.
Fucking hilarious. So I don't think that there's no tag for comedy in this. Like, you're not going to find comedy on IMDb.
There are jokes in it, though.
But I think it's meant to be dark, very, very dark, by the way.
Pitch black, maybe? Pitch black comedy?
Pitch black comedy. But I think this film kind of just, and maybe this is with a lot of Yorgos' stuff, just points a finger at society and kind of makes fun of society a little bit.
You do this all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that very much could be true, because I thought that was very charming. The fact that the doctor blames it on the anesthesiologist and the anesthesiologist blames it on the surgeon.
Super funny, man. Let's see here. There's the part where Colin Farrell abruptly tells his colleague at that dinner that they go to that his daughter started menstruating. That's another fucking weird,
also weirdest thing ever. when Bob, so Bob's in the hospital, right?
Yeah.
He can't walk. And Colin Farrell's like, he's still in denial. And he fucking wheels him out, picks him up out of the wheelchair, goes, "Let's go for a walk, Bob." And just like puts him under his arm, dragging his feet, and just fucking drops him on the floor like multiple times.
Jesus Christ.
Made my butthole pucker, man. I did not like that. And then to make matters worse, you traumatized this child, you know? If everybody wasn't so dry,
yeah,
you know what I mean? That's traumatizing. Your dad was like, "No, you can walk, but you're paralyzed," and just threw you on the ground a bunch. Come the fuck on.
Threw you to try to see if you would be able to just like
face plant.
No, just see if you would walk, or see if you'd be like, "Oh, well, shit, I can also actually use my legs."
Hospital floor has got to be like top 10 places I don't want to put my face. So
they're pretty clean for the most part.
Okay, maybe.
Right?
I don't know.
I mean,
it's a psychological thing, I guess, because it's a hospital.
Yeah.
What if there's one microbe of flesh-eating bacteria? I don't know.
Maybe.
Anyway, and then he gets down and he goes, "Hey, Bob."
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
I'm going to tell you a secret. And then you tell me a secret, and whoever's got the best secret will win. I'm going to spoil the movie for you right here, because this is the best part. Colin Farrell said when he was a kid.
Not
and he
as
started
the character.
No, the actor, Colin Farrell. He says, you know, there's an actor, his name's Colin Farrell, and when he was just a boy, he'd only started masturbating.
Dude, this is so fucking funny, but also fucked up because he's like, I started masturbating and only a little bit of cum would come out. Just
only,
a little.
Just only a little bit of sperm. And he's like, I was curious. So one night my dad had drank a bunch and I went in there and I put my hand down his pants and I jerked him off. He didn't say I jerked him off. He's like, I rubbed his
Was it
penis.
his dad or his brother? I thought
His
it was
dad.
It was his dad.
It's his dad, bro.
Brother.
Fucking worse, man. So much worse. It's not like jerking off his brother would have been any better, but Jesus Christ. So Colin Farrell's jerking off his dad, right? And then his dad busts. And it must have been a fucking 3 or 4 day load because he's like, the sheets were covered in sperm. Because he uses the medical terms for everything. Our sheets were covered in sperm. I didn't know what to do. I got scared and I ran away. You imagine being his dad? Like,
just waking up.
How drunk were you, bro?
Oh my God.
Have you ever been drunk enough where someone could have jerked you off, you would have came and not woke up? Does that ever happen to you?
No.
Not a fucking chance, dude.
Not a chance.
So Colin Farrell's dad let him just fucking beat him off and didn't say shit.
He's like, this
even
is
the
pretty
next
good.
day, they're just eating fucking breakfast together. Hey there, champ.
Dude, is it funnier that Colin Farrell's character did that? Or that Bob, whenever it's Bob's turn to tell a secret,
he's like, I don't have one.
I don't have it.
Oh, I'm fresh out, man. I wish you wouldn't have.
So Colin Farrell
I
just
wish you
admitted to
wouldn't have
jerking
told
off
me
his
that.
dad.
Why'd you fucking beat your dad's dick, you fucking
man.
psycho? Jesus Christ.
Holy shit, man. Talk about just disgustingly dark humor.
Yeah.
Fucking silly.
I'm going to tell you a secret I've never told anyone. Want to know why? Because you fucking shouldn't. That's
You
fucking
shouldn't.
awful.
You shouldn't tell your wife that.
No, don't ever even think about that again for the rest of your life.
Oh, boy.
Holy fucking shit.
So that's the funniest part of the film.
So later, his dad's butt fucking him.
Just progressively gets worse.
Joking, of course. It didn't
Joking.
happen.
We're just kidding.
That's not canon.
I'm trying to see where we're at this point. I mean, we've already kind of went through it, but I'm just looking. Do you have anything else specific that you want to?
Bob starts refusing food. Then the daughter, her legs don't work no more.
Yeah, that was kind of shocking. Whenever Colin Farrell just like tries to force feed his son, that was pretty like, hey man, maybe fucking chill out for a minute.
Right.
Like,
it's because it freaked him out.
Yeah,
It
I
freaked
get
him
it.
out. He just wants confirmation that it's not real. But, in a work of fiction,
Yeah.
would you know if you were living in a work of fiction?
What would I know? What that,
Would
like
you
this
would you be
situation?
able to tell? Yeah. If you were the protagonist,
I don't know.
if you were the protagonist in a work of fiction and something happened, would you be able to tell?
Maybe.
I don't
think
know.
I would. So, even though I didn't understand that this movie was essentially a curse situation, I knew everything else. I kind of like I figured it out whenever
Gleaned pretty clearly.
As soon as Bob fell sick, or sorry, B.O.B. As soon as B.O.B.
By the way,
fell sick.
R.I.P. to Bob Newhart, who just passed away yesterday. That's
R.I.P.
That's a big bummer.
As soon as he fell and couldn't walk, I was like, oh, Barry Keoghan's character did something to him. Like,
Yeah.
it all clicked except for the curse situation.
Yeah,
I don't know why though.
I don't know. That's just what maybe he's doing it mentally. I mean, I don't know.
I think
But
it is essentially a curse.
Would
Like that,
also be. I mean, technically, that's what a curse is. You know what I mean?
but it doesn't.
It's just a sweeping generalization of a name that I've put on this type of malfeasant.
Yeah, it doesn't get into the how necessarily. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Oh, it burned.
Maybe edit that out.
You get those ones that are real hot in your nose. You know what I mean?
No,
Oh, you get a hot nose burp?
no.
I feel like I don't even know you.
Anyways,
Anyways,
where was I before you
that
fucking
curse thing. Sorry.
rudely interrupted me? disgustingly rudely interrupted me.
I meant to play it for laughs, but it just didn't. They don't all work, okay?
They're not all home runs, Danny. Yeah, the curse. Fuck, where was I going with that? God damn it. You ruined me.
The Curse, like that album from...
From what? From what?
I don't know. A band that has an album named The Curse. I can't remember.
Is this thing cursed?
Maybe that's Alkaline Trio.
Yeah.
Every time my boat's about tits up, that goddamn thing appears.
All right, let's see.
Yeah.
I thought it was weird that Alicia Silverstone was in this. Like,
Right.
I didn't recognize
Like-
who that was at first.
I've only seen Alicia Silverstone in 2 movies since Clueless.
Since like, right.
2. One of them is the worst fucking shark movie I've ever seen in my life. Like, it is so fucking boring. And if you just have a fucking killer shark, that's not
Half the battle.
Someone trapped at sea and there's a killer shark hunting them, you've won half the battle. The rest of it is just like, I don't know, fill an hour out with like how much does it suck being out at sea, but it's still boring. And I liked her in this, but in that other movie, it's fucking garbage.
Well, so I read that she basically begged fucking Yorgos Lanthimos for a role, like she's like, I just want to work with you. Like, you're amazing.
I get it. Yeah.
So
you know what? Cool role. I thought I liked her in it.
She's in it. She's not in it for maybe 10 minutes, but she plays the part really well.
She's the perfect amount of awkward.
Yep.
Because that's what everybody's doing.
Well, she's the perfect amount of awkward to play Barry Keoghan's mom, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
100%.
Like, she's not as fucking weird and awkward as him, but
you can tell where he gets it from.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
He gets it from his mom.
He gets it honest, you know?
He gets it honest.
So the curse is getting worse.
Yeah.
You know, the curse is worse. Now the daughter's refusing food. This is a part that I thought was interesting. There's a bit where Barry Keoghan calls the daughter and he's like, hey, I'm outside the hospital. And she's like, oh, are you going to come up and see me? He's like, no, I can't because your dad's mad at me. But will you walk to the window? And she's like, I can't walk.
And you don't hear this. All you hear is her side of the phone call.
Yeah, you just hear her side of the conversation.
I think that's what's happening.
She can't walk. And he's like, oh, just walk. No, you can walk to the window. And she's like, okay, I'll try. And she gets up and she walks over to the window and she sees him and then fucking flop.
So it's like a switch he can.
Yeah, it's something he can just turn right off or on.
Yeah. I guess I should have. I thought that part was weird, but I still didn't connect it. That's so funny that I didn't connect that for some reason.
It's some sort of voodoo witchcraft or whatever he's doing. You know what I mean? Whatever.
But
Maybe he's God.
I like that they didn't explain it very much, right?
Right. Same.
I like the miss.
If they would have given me an explanation, I think I would have had a problem with it, no matter what it was.
Yeah.
I like better that it's a mystery. It's just some.
It's like, hey,
curse.
Yeah, he's able to fucking.
I put a spell on you.
Curse these people and ruin their lives.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool. It's a very. It plays off of Greek some Greek story. I did read that, and they even mention it. Started with an I, because Yorgos Lanthimos, I believe, is Greek, right?
Oh, fuck, I don't know.
I think so.
Fucking weird name. I know that.
I think that's. I think he's Greek, but it was in some of the trivia.
If you're Ghost, you Lanthimos. Everybody knows that.
I love it. That's perfect.
Don't get it twisted now.
Don't get it twisted now. Y'all here now? The film that they were watching at Barry Keoghan's house was Groundhog Day. Oh,
nice. Okay, well that's fucking interesting.
That's funny. Let me just see real quick if I can find.
Yeah, I'm curious which
the tragedy of Iphigenia, because they mention it. The daughter writes a paper about it. Remember when he goes, "Ooh, let's talk."
Yeah, I do remember that bit.
Yeah.
This is a story I'm not familiar with, but I'm pretty well read on my Greek and Roman mythologies.
I think that kind of mirrors what's going on in this film. The story of whatever that is. Let's talk for a second. I want to talk about Colin Farrell. He's having a tough time deciding. Like, eventually he realizes how bad this is, and he's like, "Oh shit! I actually have to decide who dies.
I have to kill somebody.
I have to kill one of my family members." So he goes to the school that his children go to.
Oh yeah,
and he talks to is it the principal? Principal?
Yeah, I think so.
and he basically wants the principal to tell him which kid
is better.
So
Yeah.
he can.
He's very funny, man. Even the conversation with the principal, but he's the same way, just dry.
Just very dry, yeah. Very matter of fact. Kind of, it's all a little monotone, maybe.
I don't think I can give you an answer.
Yeah.
I'm afraid I don't know.
I can't say.
Yeah, I couldn't say. Yeah, very funny. And meanwhile, while he's doing that, the kids, Bob and Kim,
B.O.B.
B.O.B.
and K.I.M.
and Kim Possible,
Kim
they're
Possible.
having a fucking chit chat at the house in their various wheelchairs, and she's like, "I can't believe I've lost 2 MP3 players in 10 days. Bob, could I ask you for a favor? When you die, can I have your MP3 player?"
Fucking savage.
Yeah, my God, dude. Fuck yeah, as like that dark humor, it is prevalent for real, and
It
just
is.
little sentiments like that, like because they're so self-aware. Like she knows her brother's about to die. She knows it to be true. She's just like, "Hey, can I have your MP3 player when you're dead, like in a couple days?"
Isn't it crazy, though, how well this film balances that dark comedy and the thriller side of it? Like, just being a thriller, like
And
a
then
psychological
also being
thriller.
this weird, quirky, dry, odd fucking thing. It's strange, man. I love it.
Yeah.
This second conversation that they're having in the bedroom is like she's talking to Bob or whatever, and his eyes start bleeding. And she
And
just
she's
like
like,
wheels out of there. Dad! Bob's dying! Bob's dying right now. He's dying.
Bob's dying!
So, what's the bit? Do they,
Sweet baby.
does Barry Keoghan come to their house or do they invite him to the house?
No. So eventually, Colin Farrell takes action because he is. I feel like we haven't talked about Nicole Kidman enough because holy shit,
She's
she's
outstanding.
great in this.
Oh, she's outstanding.
And I was talking to Carrie about this, and I was like, I haven't seen her a lot. And like we were both like, yeah, she's not. I mean, obviously she's in some older films.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not sure how I feel about her. And just watching this, I was like, man, she's great in this.
She's killing it.
But I love her. Her scenes with Colin Farrell when they're arguing about him just not taking enough action. There are
when
a
he
few,
gets fucking pissed and wrecks
Yeah.
the kitchen. Oh, God, I fucking love that.
there are a few scenes, and she's just tearing him down. She's like, "You're not doing anything." Essentially, like you are.
You do have
man.
beautiful hands. Everybody's been telling me about your hands, and they're so beautiful. You know why they're beautiful? Because they're soft. Because you don't do shit, you lazy punk bitch. Whatever she says. She is cutting him down hard.
She's cutting him down, and eventually he takes action. He kidnaps Barry Keoghan and brings him to the house and locks him in the basement.
Shoots him in the leg.
He shoots him in the fucking leg, and she hears it. She's like, "What the fuck?" She goes down, and she's like,
yeah.
"Oh shit!"
He's down there. He's like, "Listen, Barry," and he puts his hand on his shoulder or whatever. Barry Keoghan just fucking bites him hard, like draws blood. And he's like, ah. And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Let me make you feel better. Yeah, I know what would make both of us feel better." And he bites a fucking chunk out of his own arm because he's a psychopath. And he's like, "You see? Do you get it? That whole thing that was a metaphor just now. It's a metaphor for the thing that you have to do because you killed my dad, so you have to kill somebody from your family. Do you understand? That's what we're doing here." Like,
You just did it. Like you pretty much said what he said.
the weird monotone
great.
humdrum part of this movie is like, man, there's like 3 scenes where it just sends a shiver down my spine.
yeah.
And like, because and they haven't broken character. It's not different. It's not impactful because it's different. It's impactful because of the context. But the context was built using this very monotone humdrum fucking
Yeah.
It's impressive, man. I just think it's an
is.
amazing film for that reason alone.
The direction of it, yeah, for sure. It's like to get people to do this and play this part and speak this way. It's really and keep it consistent. It's really impressive. There was one other scene I wanted to break into before we get to the another one of the best parts of the film. I don't know. There's so many just little pieces of this that just bring it all together, I think.
Yeah.
I guess we can talk about the end where he finally has to make a choice. Or is there something else that...
Yeah, no, I think we're pretty much boiled down there. But yeah, he's torturing Barry Keoghan. Oh yeah, I guess there is one part. He's torturing Barry Keoghan in the basement pretty much. And he's like, "You let my family go and I'll let you go." But until that happens, you're gonna die in this basement. And he's like, well, that's fine, but they're gonna die in this basement. They're gonna die in this house too, So
Well, I think it's when he.
Whatever.
Are you talking about whenever he's
tied up,
threatening to shoot him, like not just in the leg, but like he's gonna kill him? He's like, you kill me, you kill the rest of your family too. And how are you gonna explain 4 deaths?
Right. Yeah.
He's like, oh fuck.
You're right.
You're right.
Heart attacks.
Right. All of them heart attacks. Same time, actually.
Everyone heart attack. It was crazy. It's the craziest thing anyone's ever seen. Modern science.
Man, what a fucking just weird trip this is.
Wild
ride.
Let's
talk before we get to the end. Let's talk about the spaghetti.
Oh my god. I bet where Barry Keoghan eats spaghetti is like, it fucking makes me angry. Like, I don't. It just makes, I just want to yell at him. Like, get a fucking napkin.
It's just got shit all over his face.
Get a fucking
tomato sauce.
Like, I used to think that I was the only person in the world that ate spaghetti like that. And then I figured out that every person ever in the world eats spaghetti like that.
It's like a story with his dad. Is like, they used to tell me, oh, you eat spaghetti like your dad. You eat spaghetti just like your dad. Look at him. There he is. Eating
with
spaghetti.
It all over your fucking face, I think is what they fucking meant. You
Maybe,
eat it like a goddamn caveman.
Right. He's like, oh, then I found out that everybody eats spaghetti the same.
No, they don't. They don't. You got bad information? I don't eat spaghetti like that. Are you a fucking animal? God
no, I think
damn.
he just means how you prepare the spaghetti on the
twirl the spaghetti on the fork.
It.
Yeah, no, that is what he's talking about. But he's like, everybody eats spaghetti like me. I'm like, I fucking don't.
With sauce all over your face.
Nasty ass motherfucker. I eat wings like that. Okay, let's set the record straight. I eat wings. I got hot sauce behind my fucking ears and shit. Doesn't even make sense. I don't understand how it happens.
On your elbows.
I don't dive into them. I have fucking ranch on my shins. Blue cheese between my toes.
You gotta have.
I don't even know.
That's where the blue cheese is found.
There. Yeah, and I guess maybe that's how I get the sauce, because then I dip the wings between my toes, slap myself on the back of the head to get the toe jam off, and then
Oh shit! I'll have to try that. That sounds like a good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn.
Okay, let's get to the beginning, which is super fucking funny, but also again very dark.
Right.
Colin Farrell, he's like, okay. He goes to his wife. He's like,
wife.
He's like, we need you downstairs, quick. She's like, I think I'm gonna wear that black dress that you like.
She knows.
Yeah, she knows what's going on.
She knows what's happening, but he's like, just hurry.
Just hurry.
Because Bob's gonna die.
Bob's gonna die soon. He has the kids tied up. He ties up his wife. He puts bags over their heads.
Yeah.
And he grabs a gun.
And he just spins in circles and fires it until he hits one of them. Because he can't choose.
But it's so fucking silly.
He misses 4 times?
3 times.
3 times? 4 times?
3 times. It's just so fucking silly. Like, I laughed. I know this is not supposed to be a funny thing. He's about to kill one of his own.
No, the method that he chooses to go about it is pretty comical.
He just puts a ski mask. Well, no, it's not a ski mask because it's a beanie.
It's just a beanie. Yeah.
He throws a beanie over him. So he can't see, and then he just takes the gun, spins around, and starts shooting. But it's a rifle.
Yeah.
Or is it a rifle?
Yeah, it's a rifle.
It's a rifle, so he's you get one shot and gotta fucking reload.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so fucking fun because, like we said, he misses 3 times.
And then he eventually gets poor Bob.
He fucking finally shoots old B.O.B. And I guess this was foretold in the film, but I didn't get that. Something about there's a shot with B.O.B. and there's a deer behind him. And I guess you're supposed to know, like, from that, oh shit, he's the one that's gonna...
because it's the killing of the sacred deer, and Bob's the deer.
Yep.
And Bob's your uncle.
Bob's your uncle.
Yep. If he would have lived longer, maybe.
Bob's the word.
I've never understood mum's the word.
Mum's the word?
You ever heard people say that? What is mum? Like,
I'm not sure.
Like, are they referring to the English idiom for mother, or the flower, or...
I'm not sure.
Mum.
We'll have to look it up while we're not
maybe we'll come back from the break
recording.
With that
we'll
titillating
come back with
information.
with that trivia for you.
A little trivia, little mum trivia. Mum trivia.
So the family, the remaining family, they go to the diner that is frequented
where
by,
Barry Keoghan used to go meet
Colin Farrell.
Colin Farrell for lunch.
And it's just the three of them. Oh, shit.
Hell yeah.
Sorry about that.
It's the funniest sneeze anyone's ever done.
I've never sneezed on
I don't think you have.
First time.
I have tons of times.
Huh. Okay, so yeah, they're at the diner.
I love a good sneeze.
Good
You ever hear
sneeze
a
is
sneeze is like an eighth of an orgasm?
I've heard that.
So if you sneeze like 8 times, it's like you come automatically.
I guess so.
I only got to 7. That's as far as I've ever got. One of these days.
I'm just edging.
Just gonna snort pepper and fucking sneeze until I goon.
So they're at the diner, and it's some real long, awkward shots of, I believe is it Barry Keoghan and Kim, the daughter, like staring at each other.
Yeah, they're like she's like looking at him forlorn.
Yeah.
And he's looking at her like, yeah, you are. And then fucking Colin Farrell and fucking Marissa Tomei. Nicole Kidman, there we go.
Pam Beesly
are they're like, fucking, I don't know about this or whatever. So he's still gonna bang their daughter for sure.
I don't think I got that. It's just like, I don't know what that was. It's like, it's just.
Does she know? Does she know he's magic? Maybe.
Or maybe
right.
she does. Maybe
it is. Maybe it was like a some sort of chemical solution, and she took
I think it was
willingly.
a curse. It was a curse.
I think so. I like to think it was the sci-fi method.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just a very long, drawn out stare, and then the family leaves, and
the movie ends.
He stays, and the movie ends.
Yeah.
And I read that as they're leaving, there's a shot of them in like the light, and it pans back to Barry, and he's in the dark. So that kind of.
Oh, Nicole Kidman gives that anesthesiologist a hand job.
Oh,
I wanted to mention that.
Yeah. She gives Colin Farrell's colleague a hand job for some information.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, she does.
Man, that was
I don't think I could have arrived.
That was a long,
as it were.
That was a long H-E.
It didn't. It didn't. It didn't feel like
please your eyes.
It didn't feel like both parties were into it. I guess, which is an immediate.
No, I mean she's
that immediately like that's yucked my yum.
That's yucked your yum.
Yeah, I'm out.
I mean, she's just doing it for the information.
Yeah, and he's
in it for the goods.
Like he's in it for what goods? What goods is it? We get Terry at the dollar store to give you a fucking handy. Would you still would you still come? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't know. It's like somebody's got to be like way into it. It's got to be erotic. It's not erotic. It's just like, I'm gonna give you a quick hand job in the car.
Yeah, I think it just shows the. I don't know.
It's super cringy. It's like the cringiest thing, but he still finishes. You know what I mean? Yikes!
I like how you're like, oh, hand job. We got to talk about that.
Yeah, I didn't want to miss that. There's some weird fucking hand job shit going on in this movie. You know what I mean?
I think it's just the one, isn't it?
Yorgos Lanthimos really he likes an orgasm. That guy.
He's a sexual man.
I think so. Yeah.
He's Greek.
After fucking Poor Things.
He's Greek. Yeah, he's Greek.
Poor Things is fucking one of the horniest movies we've ever covered on here.
It was a little too horny. I'm just gonna look that up. Yeah, he's Greek.
Oh, is he Greek?
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Yep. I guess the Greek are very sexual in nature.
Oh, yeah?
I don't know.
I don't know.
No fucking idea.
You know what? He uses it as a really good fucking pivot point for the stories in his film, so I fucking don't care. And I'll be honest with you, super entertaining. The fact that Nicole Kidman was giving that guy a fucking hand job in that car park, I was like, this is funny.
Right. Even though it focused on it for maybe a little too long.
Yeah, I was like, this is like awful, but also
really funny.
Pretty funny. Like the longer you look at it, it's tragedy plus time equals comedy, I guess.
Right.
It's like you start watching and you're like, oh, Nicole Kidman, I feel bad for you. And then at the same time, you're like, look at this guy. He's getting off to this awful shame fucking hand job or whatever. And then I just start laughing because it's still going.
Fucking silly. I wonder if we should watch. Here's another an older film called Dogtooth.
Ooh, that sounds familiar. I wonder if I've seen that.
You might have seen. You might. I mean, I don't know.
I watch a lot. I watch.
You
lot
watch
of shit.
a lot of movies.
A lot of it's forgettable, but I do. I consume a lot of
a lot of media. Yeah, that's about it for. You want to rate this puppy?
I think if your thumbs are hand jobs, if you have 10 thumbs and all your thumbs are hand jobs, either for your dad or from Nicole Kidman, however, maybe Nicole Kidman's giving your dad a hand job for.
They're
each
not going to
thumb.
be metal and leather straps.
I guess they could be watch bands, just metal and leather watch bands,
just fucking flapping around.
How many flappy hand job thumbs do you give this? You give this one?
I'm gonna go 8.5.
8.5. I knew you'd like it.
Yeah,
I knew you'd
I like this a lot. There's obviously some issues.
Yeah, for sure.
That,
I think I'm gonna stick right with you. 8.5.
Okay.
8.75. I'll go 8.75. The thing that's keeping me from like a solid 9er here is really the thing that we both have is a discrepancy, which is just a bit where there's a girl that's in her underwear for a spell, and it feels very wildly inappropriate. Like given the scene of the film and everything that it entails, it seems unnecessary, and I don't know. I don't like it.
Just makes you want to go take a shower.
Yeah. It makes me want to fast forward it.
Yeah,
and
right.
just be like, okay,
no, it didn't happen.
A creepy thing happens here. I got it.
Got it. Gotcha.
Creepy pivot point. Understood.
Yeah. Aside from that, fantastic film. Really,
fucking keeps you
enjoyed
guessing.
it. Yeah,
keeps you guessing. Keeps you smiling. Good stuff.
Good stuff.
We're gonna go watch another film about a curse.
Yeah,
and it's called The Curse. It's from 1987.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. 1987. The Curse. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor. Ooh, it's getting real late night.
maybe like 3 a.m.
Could use a little something else. Maybe something kind of sweet.
Oh, fuck.
I can't cut this, so we got it's a one and done situation. Ooh. I'm gonna just whip out my phone here and go to 3amsweets.com.
Oh, God.
But then the wind blew in. I entered a code. Cum joke. Ooh, 25% off. This is a real ad. Please send some business to 3amsweets.com. Hell yeah. Ooh. That's it.
We're gonna get up in it, boy.
Are we back, or are we just kind of...
Oh no, we're totally back for the second half of the
thing we're doing,
the podcast episode that you've tuned in for.
Fuck yeah!
Called the second half of it's just two movies, and we just watched a movie called The Curse.
Just looking it up,
which is a that's from 2023. This is
1987.
Boom. The Curse. No, it's just Curse. No, it is The Curse. Google, you've got this all fucked up. You're fucked. It's an R-rated 1987 horror sci-fi film, 1 hour, 32-minute runtime. It's got a 5.1 out of 10 on IMDb, 27% on Rotten Tomatoes. Directed by David Keith. Box office $1.9 million US. That actually might have made some money. I wonder. Oh, the budget was $4 million, so never mind.
Oof.
Initial release September 11th, 1987. It does have a sequel called Catacombs. Did we watch that? Maybe.
No, we haven't seen that.
This stars Will Wheaton, Amy Wheaton, Claude Akins as the fucking grandpa guy, Kathleen Jordan, and Gregory. I'm just kidding. It's Kathleen Jordan Gregory. That's
yeah.
Joke from earlier. We were watching the movie. John Schneider, Malcolm Danner, Cooper Huckabee, and Hope North.
You telling me a shrimp fried this, Rice?
I am telling you, shrimp fried.
No,
this
you telling me
rice.
there are two Wheatons in this film?
You telling me a crab gooned in this rag?
Is any relation there between Amy Wheaton and Will Wheaton?
I mean, yes. Without
Is that his
looking it
mom?
up. Yeah,
You're like, yes.
I'm not gonna look it up, but yes.
Fun fact.
That's a bit of
Fun fact that I just learned. This
lay
is
it on me.
Based on an H.P. Lovecraft story.
That tracks actually. Very fear of the
Didn't
unknown.
know that.
But for everybody else out there, Birdman, what would you say it's about? Oh, it's 2 for 2.
So a meteorite, right? It's about a meteorite.
Meteor wrong.
Meteor wrong.
If that's a meteorite, I don't want to be meteor wrong.
First, you know what? Let's get into why we picked this film. Just kidding. It's just the curse.
It's called The Curse. Remember the other movie we just talked about where a dude cursed this other dude?
Okay.
This one's just called that.
So a meteorite lands at this family farm in Tennessee. And from the meteorite, I guess we get, it's almost like plague-like symptoms.
Yeah, it's like it starts with boils and then
Yeah.
insanity and then violence.
Right. And it ruins the crops at this family farm.
And there's no rhyme or reason as to which organisms are affected in which ways. Like apples just get maggots in them. Like apples grow with maggots inside of them. But tomato will squirt blood.
That was insane.
And brown stuff everywhere. And a cabbage will just have like a mustard jam type substance inside
when you
of
cut
it.
into it, yeah.
Yeah, it's just got goo in it.
Okay. That's what it's about.
He's right, though. I mean,
that's pretty much it.
I can't fault you on it.
We had fun with this.
Yeah, this is good.
This is good stuff.
That's pretty good stuff.
Did we? I don't think we said. Oh, there was one other. I mean, I guess this is an H.P. Lovecraft story. The person who wrote this for the cinema, David Chaskin.
Okay, David Chaskin.
I don't know if that matters. He's known for
damn near killed him.
He's known for A Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge.
Okay, I recall that being all right. I mean, it's been a long time, but I remember that one fondly, I think.
Here's the thing.
Okay, tell me the thing.
I feel like this tracks for a lot of what we do. If you're ever in need of a bad movie and you want to have a good time, just pick something from the 80s or the 90s.
This one specifically, you know what I mean? Like, I would have to look back on our catalog and just see if there is a correlation between our ratings and the time period, or if the correlation is between the, like, genre of film. You know, I like ambitious special effects that are done practically. That's what that's my bread and butter. I like, as long as your movie doesn't look like total fucking ass, I can forgive some subpar acting and some outrageous writing. Like in this movie, like this one opens up, for instance, this movie opens up, there's two kids, they're having a tussle in a field or whatever, and fucking one dude pushes the kid on a cart full of fucking cow shit. And he gets up and he's like, "You son of a bitch." Again, the grandpa, stern old man,
the man of the house.
And he's like, "Stop this! This stops right now!" And he slaps the kid twice, like hard in the face.
Jesus!
And this is the first of 4 of these scenarios.
It's probably like he probably slaps him a good 6 times in this film.
With ease. I think he went for 8 and landed 7. I think that's that was the total body count on that. But like it's. That type of writing where this dude just fucking slaps this kid, the same, like, it's like the same arm motion. It's like, okay, it's bizarre looking. And how often it happens is absurd. given the circumstance, because the offenses are nothing.
No, it's right. It's the,
They're
hey,
nothing.
you got pushed into a pile of shit.
Sorry, I was in the bathroom. What?
You're not going to eat your dinner?
Oh, the Lord doesn't love that for you. You know what I mean?
So basically, the head of the household, if you will, the farmer is a fucking
impotent.
Got him. Boom roasted. He is a religious. I hate to say like nut job, but
He's not a nut job. He's
not a nut
um,
job. He's
a literalist when it comes to the scriptures.
Yeah.
And he is a very stern, hellfire and brimstone type of guy. Yeah.
There we go. Sorry, religion's not.
He could almost see his wife's collarbone, and he told her to button up because she looked like a whore.
Button up. The Lord sees down your
Jesus Christ.
shirt.
Cover yourself in front of the children. Have some goddamn decency.
He doesn't say that. But I wanted him to.
Have some gosh darn decency.
That's too much, Danny.
That's even, yeah.
Not
that's
in
a
this
little,
household.
It's a little thick in the paint.
So you can imagine the household. You know, you've got very stern hell and what was it?
Hellfire and
brimstone.
Hell yeah.
Father figure. There's a teenage stepson. So the teenage son is his mother is.
He has I got you. That guy, that religious stern dude, has one child who's like
the older kid.
Who's like, I don't know, 15.
No, that dude's like fucking
I mean,
30.
for real, he's played to be 15, but yeah, he
Is
is like 30. And he I guess has married this other woman, and her husband has died, and she has a son, so they all live under one roof now.
I didn't say he died. The other.
Yeah, he ran off, died, whatever. They don't touch on it. You know what? I kind of like a bit of mystery. What happened there? You know, let's talk about it.
That's going to be part 2.
What do you think? What do you think? I'm thinking died.
It doesn't matter. Move past it.
All right. Yeah. Whatever. What else happens in this?
So that's the family.
Oh yeah, the dynamic.
That's the family dynamic. There's also a helper that I guess helps on the farm, who eventually the mom of the family bangs.
She does
because Hubster.
Yeah, she's like, oh, stop.
Hubs.
I'll scream, and he's like, yeah, bitch.
No, she goes to make she goes to make a move on her husband. Yep. He denies her because what does he say?
It down. He's like, no, the woman shouldn't make the advance. The man should make the advance. It's disrespectful or fucking whatever. He can't get it up. That's it. He's like 58. You know, they didn't have hymns back in. We're not sponsored by hymns, by the way. Have their people call my people.
Get in touch with our people.
Yeah.
So she's like, fuck this. She sneaks out and she goes to the help's quarters.
They did have gas station boner pills, though. So, like.
They did.
Yeah.
Remember there was one called Horny Goat's Weed? Do you remember that?
Oh, my God. Oh, you unlocked a core memory.
The first time I saw that in Sitco in Potosi, I was like, what the fuck?
I fucking thought it was so funny, man. I never bought any of it because I was like, what if it makes my like fucking heart explode or something?
Yeah, that cannot be healthy.
Trust me, I didn't have any issues.
Even at like fucking 15, I knew. I was like, that's not, someone shouldn't take that.
Do they have pills to make it go down?
At ease, fella.
Right. I'd like to get through one goddamn day.
All right. So Mama cheats and Papa knows.
3:30 in the morning.
Papa knows. Oh, what's
hell
going
yeah.
on.
Hell yeah.
All right. Let's run through this real quick.
Okay. I feel like we're doing a great job already. I think this is just a bang up podcast episode.
You think?
I think so, yeah.
Some good pod?
I think this is good podding right here.
So let's get back to the meteor.
Yeah.
Oh
the
my
meteor
God,
part
dude.
of the film?
Dude, remember when the meteor hits? It's clearly
you can see there's like, all right. Dude,
This is when we knew.
How do I explain this?
Yeah.
It's like a opaque tennis ball with some kind of light inside of it because it's kind of hairy, like textured looking.
I wouldn't say tennis ball.
And you can see as it's coming in for the crash landing that it's like on one of those erecta kits.
It's on an arm, like a...
Yeah, just like a metal arm swinging in one direction, but you can clearly see the arm. It's like it's painted black and it's dully lit. They've shot it in a manner which you shouldn't really be able to see the arm that well, but boy, you can.
You definitely can,
big time.
And it was fucking awesome.
Oh, outstanding.
That's whenever I knew I was like, okay,
this is a gem.
This is gonna be fun.
Yeah, we're in for the long haul.
I will say, bit of a slow burn after that, but
until that big nutsack in the yard appears. You know what I mean? There's just a big fat fucking stretched out. Like you ever do the brain where you pull your nuts real taut with both testicles under the thing? You know what I'm talking about?
For all of our female listeners.
This is the brain. Here's a little peek inside.
They remember it.
Yeah, you remember it. It's not a new thing. You remember. You know what I'm talking about, though. It was in Waiting, right? That's what they actually did was they took a picture of that and they just blew it up and CGI'd it instead of making a prop for this giant set of balls.
It was just the one.
Yeah, it's just shaved balls.
Just one ball.
Just a sack of shaved balls.
Just the one ball.
Imagine two balls was one big smooth ball. Jesus Christ, no thank you. Talk about putting all your eggs in one basket. You know what I'm saying?
For some reason, it shrinks the following day.
Oh, yeah, because it's like...
I don't know if it got colder.
It's getting in the water. It's just draining into the earth like a...
Yeah. This mysterious... I don't know, this mysterious goo.
Yeah.
It's like getting in the water supply.
It's like a yellowish brown goo.
Yeah. Which is super fucking gross.
It is, because it's like real, if diarrhea was super light colored, you know? You ever get that diarrhea that's like pine wood colored?
Let's talk about diarrhea for a while.
Yeah.
Does anyone listen to this?
No, bro. There's like 35 people, and you know what? They're into this conversation.
Are we famous yet?
No, there's not a chance.
I'm just kidding. I know we're not.
But that's okay.
Boy. We have fun, and we're dumb.
I tell you what. I don't think we're dumb. I think we're doing all right.
So this goo, it's getting in the water. So your goo's getting in the water.
It's busting in the water.
And the first person to feel the effects is old mama. She's got like blisters on her fucking... Well,
and nobody mentions it.
It is weird, yeah.
It's like 15 minutes after she's like obviously has a giant fucking polyp on her face. Nobody says anything about it. It's like... And later they're like, oh, it was 2 months ago. So it's been like 3 weeks and nobody's been like, hey, you need to go to the hospital. And also, you're acting fucking crazy.
Right. Yeah. Another...
Because it looks like an afternoon in the way that it's shot. I feel like this all happens in over the course of 5 days.
There's definitely a night and day.
Yeah.
There's definitely a couple days there.
I feel like it all happens in a week, but they're like, oh, it was 2 months.
Right. I will say another similarity that we picked up on was what would you call it? Maybe the lack of not awareness, but the lack of action that each male character has. So like Colin Farrell and the dad in The Curse to really take action.
Oh, yeah. No, they're just denying there is the possibility of a problem even existing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was another connection we made during the watch of this. This is fucking silly though, man. I like the bit where
because there's it's called The Curse, but there's not a curse.
There's no curse.
There's no curse
it's
in
just
the thing.
Asteroid.
Nobody's like, fuck you guys.
So
and they could have made that happen in fucking 30 seconds.
Oh, easily.
One cut of that old man fucking trying to shake hands with somebody else and then being like, no, fuck you, John Johnson.
I feel like we were lied to about a curse.
Yeah, there's no curse,
It's
but
fucked up.
I will say, fucking delightful practical effects. All around, I'm here for all of them. I'm here for the bad, weird facial polyps.
Let's talk about the tomato.
Let's talk about that blood squirting tomato.
That was fun. So the mom, she goes out to pick some veggies from the garden.
Could you imagine you cut into an apple and it's just full of maggots? And then, no, not even maggots, they're mealworms. And then you cut into a tomato and it's just like...
It just sprays like a blood cell. Like, what the fuck,
like
dude?
she hit an artery.
Yeah, you're right. It's like, why did it do that?
Jesus Christ.
So, and you see all the stuff she picked.
It's the most excessive
Yeah,
thing.
it is.
It's like a gallon of liquid comes out of a tomato the size of your fist. It's fucking crazy.
She picks all these vegetables and she brings them in, and
she's like,
is it the tomato
she's
is
like
the last thing that she
shocked
cut? Yeah, right.
at the vegetable, but none of them are freakishly large. They're all just like mature. Like they're all mature vegetables, but we're supposed to just know that they're abnormally large. So she's
I
excited
don't think
about.
they're abnormally large.
She's excited about picking them. Maybe they're early.
It seemed like I don't know. She was like kind of shocked at one point, but like, oh, what's going on? Oh no, that was when everything was dying. Sorry,
It also could have been bad. Well, that's what fucking the apple guy later in the movie, old church Bible thumping apple dude. He's like, oh my God, look how plentiful I am this year. All these apples are already ripe. And then he cuts them all open and they're all full of mealworms because they're the cheapest things you can get at the pet store. They're the cheapest worms.
Yeah, man, super funny. What was it? She had tomatoes. What was the other thing that she cut into that we were like, it was fucking silly? It was like a yellow.
It was a cabbage.
Cabbage.
Just a
She
big
cut
head
into
of
a cabbage, yeah.
And they were just like, I don't know, mustard and
Yeah.
raspberry jam.
Right. Like,
mix that up and put it in that cabbage.
Well, maybe that was supposed to be the goo. I don't know. What the fuck? There was something else, right? Cabbage, tomatoes, and there was obviously the apples in the other scene.
Oh yeah, I think it was just the tomatoes and the cabbage.
Okay, I thought there was something else super funny.
I feel there is another thing later. So this thing, it gets in the water.
Yeah,
right. It just seeps down into the water table, and that's how it becomes toxic. It gives you these fucking weird,
super weird
blisters
on your face, and
you go insane. You pop like a zit and infect
try to kill
other people.
Yeah,
it's a bad virus design because. Like, just one day the last one's gonna pop, and then what? There's no more people. You've eaten them all. You're done. Oopsie daisy.
You done.
Guess I'll just wait until the death of the universe. Anyway, the fucking.
It also affects the animals, though. Right?
It does, yeah. The horses went wild. Okay, there's actually quite one scene in this movie that I contest is actually quite terrifying. There's a bit where a little girl's getting attacked by a bunch of chickens, and the fact that she is little and it's a bunch of chickens and the way that it's shot, actually, I found to be quite gripping and actually pretty good. But the problem is they cut to other stuff in the middle of it.
Oh,
like the brother
like
running forever, and that detracts from it. But that individual scene, that individual cut, I thought was like extremely well done because I was like, you know what, that actually is pretty horrifying. As an adult man, I think I could beat up like 80 chickens.
80?
80. I could fuck up 80 chickens.
Have you confirmed that number?
I can. If anybody's got 80 chickens, they're not gonna miss, motherfucker.
God damn.
I just need jeans and a fucking Carhartt vest, and I will fucking rock those bitches. Pair of glasses.
Danny right now is wearing
I need some good rec specs.
Cut off Corona Hawaiian shirt. It is not buttoned.
No, it won't either.
It won't.
This is the Walmart special. It shrunk 2 sizes after I watched it.
Damn. Oh, that's great.
And then I was like, you know what? This is my weekend and grass mowing shirt.
This reminds me of the older brother in this movie, who you thought was 15. He's fucking like 35.
He
wears
I'm the next door neighbor, bro.
He wears a cutoff.
Fucking look at this shoulder hair.
He wears a he wears a fucking what was it? Crop top,
like a cropped football jersey,
the cropped football T-shirt.
Oh man,
and he looks like Jimmy Kimmel, kind of like a younger Jimmy Kimmel.
He does look like Jimmy Kimmel.
Or no,
you said that, I was like, oh man, that's great.
A mix of Jimmy Kimmel and fucking what's his name from Trailer Park Boys?
Oh god, Ricky.
No, not Ricky. The Hamburglar.
Oh fuck, Randy.
Randy. A mix of those two.
The Hamburglar. Like, you talking about Randy? I know what you're talking about, Birdman.
Man, what a goofball character that guy. Who played that?
Randy?
That guy. No, on this movie.
Oh, okay. Yeah, check
Cyrus.
it out.
Who was Cyrus? Was that him?
Billy Ray?
Billy Ray?
Or Miley?
No, I don't think that was him. Fuck, what was that dude's name in the movie? Do you remember?
Which guy?
The older brother.
Oh, fuck.
Davidson?
No. Davidson's the lawyer guy.
Oh, yeah.
That's who we'd get Shane Gillis for.
You're silly. That's fun. So we would obviously remake this as a comedy because that's just what we do.
Yeah, it'd be a comedy 100%. But I would like the horrifying bits to still be horrifying. Much like Tucker and Dale versus Evil. I want the visceral parts to be visceral. But I want the rest of the movie to be funny.
I like that.
Yeah?
We always go comedy. Where were we? Let's wrap this puppy up.
Because my mom told me I was funny when I was a wee boy.
She was...
wrong.
Mistaken. Just kidding. You are a funny fellow, Dan.
You know, whatever, man. All right.
Whatever, man.
Let's fucking wrap this shit up.
Let's wrap this shit up.
Okay, so the house implodes eventually because it's like, oh, they're like demons. We're gonna cleanse these demons. But that's not the case. It's like some sort of infection from the water. They put it on the news and they're like, hey, listen. There's no danger to public safety.
Everybody's fine.
Which is just a big fat lie. So it's going to get worse, and they set up a sequel. I don't know if they do one or not. I haven't.
We'll have to find that out. Yeah.
How many thumbs you give it?
Whoa! Real quick, I want to talk about just real quick. I want to talk about the look of once they get infected, like really infected.
Okay, I
fantastic is that?
I dig it because they all look like demons. They look like they have tits on their foreheads. I love it. I saw a video recently of this guy that had some sort of like tumor growth on his chin, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he just didn't naturally grow facial hair, so he had like a tit on his chin.
Ooh.
And he's like, "Hey man, I don't care what anybody says. You got to have a hustle." You know, when I was in prison, he's like, I used to tell everybody $25 a commissary, and they'd touch my chin while they were in the shower, and that's how I got the nickname Titty Chin.
Damn.
Fuck, man.
Making bank, though.
I guess. I mean, you know, if you're going to titty chin it out. But they got two titties on their forehead, so maybe titty forehead.
Or are they...
Parrot titty forehead.
Are they titties or testicles?
Fuck. Those are the big questions. You know? Like, why are we here? Where do we come from? Are those titties or testicles?
Asking the important questions. On It's Just Two Movies.
Damn straight. God damn fucking straight. Can you believe that somebody put all that money into this?
Was it really $4 million?
That's what it said. Man, I don't know. I didn't fact check that. This isn't that.
Did you?
This isn't that kind of podcast. Here's what happened: I Googled the thing. I didn't research it. I just Googled it.
Did you pay for this movie?
No, God, no. It was on Tubi Booby, baby.
No, did you pay for this movie to be made in 1987?
No, God, no.
Did you fork out that cash?
No, hell no.
Didn't you say it was like $4 million?
At the ripe age of 0?
Yeah, right. You were born.
No.
No, I wasn't.
No,
1987.
You play too much.
The Curse budget. You play too much. Oh, it's not going to be this curse. That's not specific enough.
Is that the show?
Probably.
Fucking sons of bitches.
So we had a really good time with this.
We had a good roster to swap out. So we got we got Will Ferrell for the next door neighbor that was going to fuck the wife. You got Julianne Moore for the
mom.
wife.
Yeah.
Yep.
Danny DeVito.
We got Danny DeVito for the
dad.
For the dad.
for the Hellfire and Brimstone farmer.
Christ. Yeah.
That's fun. That's fucking funny.
Yeah. As a secondary
but
option,
it's just Danny DeVito from It's Always it's his character from It's Always Sunny.
Okay.
Like that's how he acts.
Frank Reynolds.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just how he acts.
I would take that, or the guy that was in the last movie we just watched, The Killing of a Sacred Deer, his colleague, his work colleague, that guy. I'd take him
as the farmer,
like a stern religious farmer.
Yeah, I could see that. What was that guy's name again?
I don't know. I don't have
Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe.
Just kidding.
Wasn't. I mean, that'd work too. He could do anything. That guy, you know.
Boy, he could. He can, and he will. Let's see. Who else did we?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. We didn't pick anyone for the son, like the younger son.
Oh fuck.
I guess it really doesn't matter. He was fine.
Yeah, he was all right. Younger sister was like, I don't know, get a different child actor. Doesn't matter who.
She was okay.
She wasn't bad. But
nothing.
Nothing
out of the ordinary.
If we're replacing everybody, replace it anyway, just for the hell of it. But
what about the older son?
Here's what I want to know is who do you get for the fucking protagonist doctor guy?
Protagonist? Was he a protagonist?
I don't know. He was one of them. One of three, possibly. There's not a clear protagonist. Maybe the kid.
Yeah.
But he's not in...
Yeah, I guess you could say the doctor is a protagonist.
He's
for
not
sure.
in all of the movie. It's kind of odd.
Yeah, it is weird. There's a weird dynamic there. I don't know. I didn't think that far enough. I know we said Walton Goggins for somebody, but who was it? Was it the...
We were talking about either the lawyer or fucking one of the
surveyor.
cops.
No, it was the
surveyor guy.
Not a land surveyor, but
to just be real serious.
He worked in like a water department or something. Yeah.
I ain't here for all that lollygagging. Whatever he'd say. They were saying all kinds of sweet. You know what, man? Just because we grew up in the Bible Belt, when for those listeners that aren't local, when you see a horror movie and you see like a southern, like hardcore fire and brimstone preacher saying insane shit, that is not at all that far from the truth.
You think? I mean,
yeah, that's been my experience in some religious institutions in the area.
I guess you're right. Yeah,
there are some
they
church.
Do.
It depends on the denomination.
They do go pretty hard.
They sure do.
Fuck, I had something. I lost it. Do you remember who played Mike in this?
Mike? Which one? Who's Mike?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
I don't know. Is it the neighbor guy? Is it the hairy back guy?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking. Because check out this fucking...
Whoever was on cinematography was like way into back hair.
Check out this fucking...
Filming the hairiest dude alive.
IMDb pic of Mike.
What the fuck, Mike? Yeah, who the fuck was that? That's one of the most chiseled dudes I've ever seen besides Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. Holy shit.
That guy's
Steve Davis.
Okay.
Played Mike. I don't know. I can't tell which one that he's only been in like 4 movies.
Fake name, but okay.
Fake name. Steve Davis.
Lies. Yeah, just Google Steve Davis and you can get his address.
Right. All 500 of them.
Right.
Is there anything else? I mean, listen. If you're just looking for a schlocky horror, ridiculous.
The bit when the house is collapsing and it's obviously a model.
Yeah, it's a model house.
I love it, dude. I love it.
This is just fun. Goofy sci-fi horror film that is called The Curse, but has nothing to do with an actual curse.
No. Just an alien ball sack lays in the
Just
backyard
fucking
and
fun,
makes
dude.
people crazy with its goo.
If you had 10 thumbs and each thumb was
God
just like
damn.
a yellow brownish
Oof.
goo, but it's its own goo, right?
Oh,
It's not
this
they're
is
not
a-
connected.
This is a goodie, man. From the kind of stuff that we watch, man, we watch so much bad stuff. I always feel like my views are skewed on it. Because we do watch so much stuff that's just bad.
We do.
You know what I mean?
We have a method that has worked for the most part.
Yeah. I think
It's let us down some, but not a ton.
I think I'm gonna echo my previous score, 8.75.
Mm.
Mm.
I'm gonna go 9.
And what kind of thumbs are they then again though?
They're gooey,
brown goo thumbs.
brownish yellowish goo thumbs, but they're their own thumb. They're not connected. The goo's not connected, Dan. Okay.
Yeah, I get you. There's not enough surface tension for it to.
I'm going 9 because I had a lot of fun with this.
I like this. Good movie. We had a great stab at it. Like I really enjoyed making fun of this, and we had a little bit of a sidebar chat during the film. Don't feel like I really missed anything.
Yeah, we did have a little bit of a chat, but
we had like a little quick 5-minute chat in the middle of it.
there was a down
There's
down
a
point.
there's a downbeat in it. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. Great buddy watch film, I guess. I don't know, whatever you want to call it.
A couple's retreat. That's what I would call it.
I tell you what, a couple of what you've been watching.
Hey, what you watching?
Oh shit. Why don't you go?
Why don't you go? Because I asked you, you fucking son of a bitch. I watched that show. Okay, here I want to talk to you about this. I talked to William about some of the stuff on the previous episode of the podcast, and he was like, "Oh, cool, man. I don't have much to say about some of that." So I'd like to tell you, I watched The Outsider on HBO. That whole series.
Fuck yeah,
dude,
love it.
I fucking am such a big fan of Ben Mendelsohn.
Ben Mendo. If he could just be in everything, I'd be good with it.
Man, I am just really on board with what he's doing.
He's so good. Bill Camp also in this in that series.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, as you I think you pointed that out earlier. Also
my boy Patty
Considine
or something?
Considine, yeah. Patty
Considine.
He's great.
He's fantastic, man. I've loved him since fucking Hot Fuzz. He plays one of the Andes.
Yeah.
With the fucking this meme, the fucking
Julianne Nicholson is in it.
Fantastic.
Mark Menchaca? Mark Menchaca. He was in Ozark. Here, I got you.
You got pics?
I got you.
Let's see. That's just a penis. Okay, yeah, I know who he is. He's in a really great horror thriller where it's just like he's just stalking a girl and like stalks her out to a fucking gravel road and tries to hunt her in the woods.
Jesus.
And it's good, man. Yeah, check out his filmography. Whatever. There's one that's obviously a horror film. That's it.
He was in so Ozark. He played Russ Langmore. So Ruth's uncle. Mm-hmm. Just really good. Really great character.
He's in that. See if you can. What are some of the movies he's in? I seriously think you would dig it. I know you're not a big horror guy, but
it's not. She's Lost Control, is it?
No.
It's what is it? It's a horror movie. Like
he's in it. It's a horror film, so it should be in his filmography.
I'd have to really dig into it.
Oh, he's in just tons of shit.
A decent amount of stuff.
All right, well, we'll come back.
To that.
Don't worry about it. We won't ever, probably.
Right. We're talking about The Outsider.
You can imagine if we did, though, right?
We're talking about The Outsider, which is a Stephen King. It's a Stephen King adaptation.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Man, I kind of want to go back and watch it now. It's a really good. Here's the thing. a short series, like 6 episodes, 8 episodes of something is
I think this
really.
I think this is 10.
It's like, oh, is it 10?
I think it might be 10, or I might be thinking of a different series I recently watched.
Either way, it's a limited series, and I feel like that's the best. Just give me one season of something that it's a really good story. Don't fucking drag it out. It's perfect.
Well, you're in luck because I have another recommendation for you. Have you ever watched Archive 81?
No, have not heard of that.
It is a Netflix series about a guy that has like really extreme, like he's like manic depressive and he has social anxiety, and he restores film for a living. So someone gives him a piece of film and is like, hey, restore this and fucking have it finished by this time. So he does it, and he's like watching the video to make sure he's done the work, and sends it off. The next day, his contractor is like, hey, the boss wants to meet you. And he goes and he meets the boss, and he's like, hey, this is part of a very large collection that we would like restored, but because it's very sensitive and very delicate, we would need you to move to our place in the Catskills to complete restoring this footage. And the deeper he goes into the footage, the crazier the fucking story gets.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, it is
8 episodes?
Cool. It's Archive 81.
Yeah, I'll add that to my list.
Yeah, I would recommend that one. It's a goodie.
You were right. I'm on the Outsider. 10 episodes. So, again, 8 to 10 episodes.
Great series.
Yeah. Well acted. I want to see Ben. What is it? Ben Mendel?
Ben Mendo?
Mendelsohn? Yeah, Mendelsohn. I want to see him in more stuff. There's one movie that I kind of want us to do with him. It's a prison movie. But there are a couple prison movies that I have on my list.
Yeah, they're hard to find bad movies for that aren't just porn. I'm serious. I hope you can find another angle because just prison is you're getting all porn.
No.
Go ahead. Give it a Google.
Bro. I've found some shit.
Bad movies about prison. Go ahead, Google that. Put that in your search engine. Let your FBI guy see that shit.
Give it a goog.
Yeah.
I think it's called, let's see, Starred Up, maybe?
Starred Up?
Yeah, Starred, like STARRED.
Okay.
Starred Up.
Getting all starred up.
Prison movie with Ben Mendelsohn. Have you seen this? Here's the...
No, I don't fucking know what that is.
It's on my list.
Is that Ben Mendelsohn? That's not.
No,
that's fucking
Jack O'Connell.
Yeah. I was like, man, he looks super familiar.
So he plays Ben Mendelsohn's son in this.
Okay.
And I believe they both get put into the same prison.
Man, hey, quick question for you. Have you ever seen a movie called We Need to Talk About Kevin?
No, but I've read a lot about it.
Yeah.
Is it worth watching?
Let's just cover it on the pod.
Okay.
Next time you're on, you want to? It depends on if I edit this and remembered that we had this conversation, but
we can do that.
Okay.
I mean, it's going to be a minute before I get back.
Maybe
show,
not.
But
well, I think we'll probably really only have like one guest in your absence, maybe 2. So
yeah,
no, it won't be that big a deal. I got a lot of shit coming up. I got a lot of shit coming up too.
I do have
it's
a lot of shit coming up.
Crazy fucking couple of months.
Yeah.
What else have I been watching? I've been keeping up with the boys.
Oh, keeping up with the boys?
You up with the boys?
No, I still haven't started it.
Fuck.
I know.
Day drinking with the boys.
What you doing?
Hey, look, none of us are doing shit tomorrow anyway. And if we are, we're doing it early as fuck. So why not day drink, you know?
I've just been watching, so I finished Toast of London, which I want you to start so bad.
Yeah, I will.
And then I didn't realize, I just learned this. There's I don't know what you would call it. It's not like a sequel, but it's called Toast of Tinseltown. So he moves to Los Angeles. So I just started that.
Of course he does.
Super funny. If you're into British comedy.
I very much am into British. I feel like British comedy it's not like, oh, did it age well? It all aged fine.
Yeah.
Because it's not pushing the envelope. It's the same kind of comedy, but it's still funny.
I think I've talked about Toast of London on the show, but
for sure.
It's he plays he's an actor. He's an actor in the series, but he's not a good actor.
Okay.
it's just it's like he spends more time. What's up? What do you got?
Oh, sorry. No, I didn't want to stop you. I remembered a thing. Please continue.
Matt Berry in Toast of London. It's like he's spending more time dealing with his outside life, but it's funny. Like I don't know, in a very British humor kind of way. And he has to take just because he's not a good actor, he has to take a lot of voiceover work.
Yeah. You sent me one clip to the voiceover work, and I was like, just as kind of an... Hey, everybody. Sorry, just wanted to jump in. I don't know what happened. We had a technical issue here, and we lost about the last 12 minutes of this episode. I wish I could tell you what the fuck happened, but I don't really understand. I tried everything in my powers to kind of recover that last little bit, and just was not happening. I wasn't able to get it to restore. So, I apologize. 161 episodes. We finally hit a technical issue where it actually fucked with the audio. Congratulations, I guess. It was bound to happen sometime. So by the time this episode comes out, I will be recording on a whole new computer setup. So we're just going to mitigate the fact that this might happen again down the road. But my apologies. Bird was, we were talking about what you watching, and he had been watching stuff, which I can't remember what it was. So, apologies. I appreciate you guys tuning into the show. By the time next episode comes out, we'll have this, fixed where this won't happen again. But I do apologize. I appreciate you telling your friends. And, you guys have a great week.
You guys aren't going to start sucking each other's dicks, are you?
Let's call that gold talk for a one-eyed Batman.
Can I make a suggestion that doesn't involve violence? Or is this the wrong crowd?
Maybe we should call in a bomb threat to Houston. I think it's free beer night at the Astrodome.
The Jedi, Bob. We don't fight with guns, we fight with our mind.
Cousin business is booming.
That is one big pile of shit.
Jog on.
It's Just Two Movies is a production of Blue Cheese and Bacon Studios and can be found wherever you get your podcasts.
All right, special thanks for the people who helped make this show. That is going to be Russ, Tafari, God-Sized and Growing, and SUNDS for our music, Lamplighter Productions for our artwork. Oh, yeah, I definitely want to throw out a thanks to Dave, who takes care of our YouTube platform, and Justin, who has started doing our TikTok. You can find us on TikTok at Just Two Movies Pod. Yeah, so hit us up on socials and tell your friends and leave us a like if you could. That's the show. The feeling of being accepted from my fellow human beings it's a necessity, just like air and water, I think.
Air is a necessity?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's a bare necessity. 10 seconds. I can change it right now from my phone.
Well, yeah.
But then I have to reconnect every single device in my house.
Right.
Because Alicia set it up while I was at work. I was like, what'd you make the network name? She's like, I just made it Misty Orchestra 934. I'm like...
You could have made it anything.
Could have made it anything. Just the longest.
Right. Just make it
like, because I never was like, I never wanted to be like, oh yeah, I can hook up the router and get a LAN cable and fucking move the router and change our password, but we could just leave it as Misty Orchestra 934. It's like every time we get a new device and you have to log into the Wi-Fi, you're like, fuck, here we go.
Fuck.
A. No.
Oh, fuck.
Go
back.
Hold on.
Hang on.
S.
Dude, I like the remote on my TV because it has the,
just like a touchpad type thing.
Like it's hard to, it's got like this little ball in the center and you just like flick it. You know what I'm talking about? And you can just, what do you call that? Where it's kind of like the PlayStation. You just move it and the cursor moves. You move
Yeah, it's got real-time feedback.
Yeah, whatever that's called. Yeah, that thing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Feedback loop, baby. Closed loop system, dog.
Shit.
Closed loop.
Closed loop.
Wait.
Forgot my cooler.
Wait. Closed loop.
Good stuff.
That is funny, though.
Good stuff.
No, I was going to say you can suck a dick. No, you can fucking soak your feet in hot water.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He don't give no shit.
Don't give a motherfucking shit. Oh, God, I wish I could sing. Be cool, wouldn't it? Could you imagine? Could you imagine if I had any talents? Wow. The world would be my oyster.
You're pretty good at being an asshole.
That's true. When you're right, fuck you.
Fucking boom roasted.
You know? Fucking you bird ass. Fucking bird ass bitch.